3-bet queen jack suited against MP. Small blind versus MP. Pretty great flop. Gonna bet quarter. Seems pretty good on this board. Could bet big. Could bet small. Definitely don't want to check though. This is our potential triple barrel bluffing hands. Let's try turn though and see what happens. Depending on river, we might have to rip this in. Okay, we're never ripping this in. I don't think this gets enough folds now that the king hits.
Hold up. Let him.
This is our best bluff actually. Block king queen of clubs. Block king jack of clubs. They'll block the king, which is really nice. Are we gonna get fucking like pocket jacks to fold? Is the problem. We block that. We block queens, block jacks. We're trying to get a 10 to fold.
Target locked.
Alright, good luck us. We do get it through. Let's go, boys. Okay. Our initial gut reaction was like, never bluff this card. But when we talked out loud, that was like our best bluffing hand. So I'm glad we changed our mind. Blasted that in. Is it more important to block ace king there or king queen? I think king queen, because king queen literally calls every single time, where ace king there is some 4-betting going on. I'm not gonna check raise this one up. We'll lose. IMO. Very casual fold. Queen 10, king queen, 10-8. Hands we would consider to check raise before our hand. Our hand's like really low up on that list of like semi bluffs we could choose from. There's like a hierarchy of bluffs, you know what I mean? Like these we pretty much always want to use, and the lower the list down, the less often you do, up until you get to 3-2 suited way at the bottom, you know what I mean? Going to be mixing. Call this time. Pretty ugly flop. Great flop for Mizu 22 over here. Should definitely stab small probably. What do we, as us, do we want to continue with the spade? I think that is a thing, and I think we're actually going to raise this combo sometimes. And we're going to choose to do it this time. Fold! Okay, we're done with the hand. Absolutely done with the hand. Once he calls, the jig is up. The jig is like, freeze! Freeze! Freeze, punk! Freeze! Okay, let's pray for a spade. Okay, we hit a king. We beat ace queen suited. Check! He does check, okay. We have a sliver, like, I mean, an absolute sliver of showdown. We beat like ace queen of diamonds or something like that. So we're gonna take it. And we beat ace queen of diamonds. Mwah! Mwah! It's a spicy meatball right there, bruh. Let's go, boys. Okay, open up jack 9-0 from the button. We get a call from the small blind. Okay, this is a pretty comfortable c-bet, I think. Pretty comfortable. We face the absolute snap call. This is a lot of pocket pairs, I think. A lot of small pocket pairs. Which do include some 7s and some 6s, which is not great. And if he does have 7s, I'm kind of screwed when I hit my straight. That being said, there's probably some king, queen, and stuff like that in there that I kind of want to get to fold. So I'm going to try. B75 seems aight. Fold! Okay, we're going to bluff a king, obviously. We're just going to go pot. Seems aight. Could be 75. Could overbet. Could bet smaller. Definitely gonna bluff off on the king. Unblocking spades. That can just fold. So like even the nut flush draw can fold here when I do this. So going to try. Gonna put on the old Boy Scouts cap and try. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it works. Hopefully that hard work pays off. You know what I'm saying? Fold!
Do it!
Just fold!
Nope. Bruh.
He heroed with 4s? What? Holy shit. We got whacked. Okay, so we ranged him pretty good, I would say. We said he had a lot of small pocket pairs, and it's been confirmed. How does he find the call there with 4s, bruh? What? We just got thwacked. We got absolutely thwacked. I think we played the hand pretty good though. C'est la vie. We had to bluff a king. Come on, bruh. That was like the prime bluff card. I think it was the tank on the turn. I mean, tell-wise, I think that's what led him to call. If I had to guess. If I wasn't yapping, I think my bet would have worked. Maybe. Cope? Is that cope I'm hearing? Sounds like cope, but... Okay, gonna 3-bet here. Call her. This is a big better check. I think with the ace of diamonds, it's pretty easy. Big bet 2/3 here. We're gonna check raise this. I think people overstab here. So we're just gonna punish with a backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw hand. We turn Jin. We turn Jin over here. We're gonna bet 1/3 when the king hits. When the queen hits on the turn, it doesn't help our range whatsoever, so we're just gonna check. He does call, and we have 2/3 on the river. Very, oh, this is close on the left. We're gonna jam, pretty easy jam here for value. And we're gonna bluff this one off. Our 8-6 gets there. We are gonna check that on the turn sometimes. 150% pot. Fold! Get the fold, nice. Okay, this is a dicey board. This is the wettest board known to man. This is the absolute wettest board known to man. We don't have a spade. We do block queen 9, which is kind of nice. So we're gonna bet. This is very scary though. We're pretty deep. Reopening the action on this wet board is kind of very scary. Turn spade. I mean, this is the wetness continues. You know what I mean? Absolute wet of a board. Pretty easy check now with no spade. Very nice bluff catcher / value better if he checks. Very comfortable to have this now. I think B75 makes the most sense because we capped our range when we checked the turn, so it doesn't really make sense to bet pot. B75. Call! We take it down. Very nyeh. We got 9-8 suited. Gonna tree bet this one up. Does call. We flop pretty. This is a pretty amazing flop. We're just gonna bet 1/3. I think it's totally fine. Gonna check this back flop, middle per. Or not flush draw. Okay, we're gonna bet this here. We're gonna 3-bet this here. Fold here. Alright, and this is a pretty good card for us. Our range, we definitely want to keep betting this turn. Question is size. I think we'd usually 1/3 this, but because it's double flush draw, we do want to bet a little bigger, I think. So we're gonna go half pot as our small size on the turn. This guy donk bets pot. We're just gonna, or 2/3. We're gonna call and call it off on the turn. We'll pocket kangs. He does check. Pretty damn weak. He does call and we river 9. Oh my god. We're gonna bet 1/3. Flop top 2 over here. We're gonna bet 1/3. He folds. We're gonna start with 1/3. We're gonna open this. And do we continue telling our story? I mean, it's blind versus blind. All freaking draws brick, which makes it really likely that he's gonna call. So for that reason, we're just gonna give up. And we do lose to King 10, kind of. King 10 offsuit. Wow, he called very light free. Thinking about rifling it off there, but we did not. Don't know if King 10 calls or folds there, to be honest. Could definitely fold, could definitely call. Depends on what type of player he is. The stationary player never folds there, and like a super nit. But super nits don't even have that in their range. That's the thing, though. So I don't know. Just froze on me. I think I have to update it. Definitely gonna lead this turn. I think 125% pot seems aight. Basically, we're saying we have 8-7 plus here, pretty much, or we're bluffing. So we're just gonna pick a huge size there. He caps himself when he checks the flop, so he's kind of fooked. It's pretty damn dry. Just gonna bet 1/3. That's dry like the desert. We're gonna have to pull. We're gonna have some airball bluffs. I think this one makes the cut just because this guy does a lot of call and then folding on rivers. So we could definitely blast a heart here. A river heart is, anyways. This is over better check on the turn. No brainer. And that's probably the worst card to bluff in my opinion. Oh, I think we just give up on this. This is just pretty easy to give up, I think. This guy does do a lot of call folding on rivers. I mean, for bluff, I'd rather bluff Jack 10, Jack 9. King Queen, okay, we did the prudent thing. We wove the white flag. The jig was up. Got caught with my hand, the cookie jar. C'est la vie, that happens. That happens. God, this is without a backdoor flush draw. I think we're just gonna fold. As crazy as that sounds. This guy's just too good, and we're gonna not gonna be able to realize our equity very good. He's pretty damn aggressive, and he calls correctly, and he's just a good player. So we want to take our lowest equity, hands like that, and just pitch him one street earlier than we normally would. I think if we had a backdoor flush draw, we'd definitely continue. But just without, I think we just pitch it. Okay, just gonna check this flop without a heart against the fish. Okay, just gonna bet 40% on the turn, seems good. Gonna be betting this card so often. He snaps, we're gonna overbet river. Pretty casual overbet. We like that 5. People don't like folding on board paired rivers. Turn top pair is the nuts, and we get paid. That feels pretty good. Jacques Tenot from the button. Fish calls. We flop a straight. Very interesting. This is multi-way, however. We're just gonna check a lot multi-way. This board is nothing different, I think. Without a club, we're just gonna check. We are in position, so we can dictate if money. We can dictate whether money gets in on later streets. Well, this guy bets one pair, kind of just messes this guy up. Clear as day, raise against the fish betting one big blind against two players. Yeah, this MT guy just gets screwed by that play. When he doesn't raise, he's mega capped.